Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi there, YouTube. I'm Jenna.
Holly.
This is our first time doing this thing, so bear with us.
We are here to just chat, try to be as relatable as possible, share stories from our lives, and if anything lands, something lands. If it doesn't, click next.
Yeah. Holly's made us some popcorn. Oh, I'm going to give you guys some ASMR vibes.
Please do.
Just listen to this. Hold on. Hold on.
Yes.
You hear that? Holly made a great bowl of popcorn. So let's start with, who are we? These girls dancing, yoga, doing things on the internet. Like, who are we?
There's so many times where someone's like, okay, tell me a bit about yourself. Like, who are you? And we can immediately just jump to like, this is my job. This is my grind. Like, this is what I do. This is where I'm from. I'm Joburg, like this is
the school I went to.
But it's like, sometimes it's nice to approach the who I use. It's like, okay, well, a little different approach of like, I'm creative. I enjoy dance. I love yoga. I love sharing. I love building in community. I love being with my friends, but I also love my alone time. I love giving. I love experiencing things with people, and I feel like that's a better way
to describe yourself.
Look, that way rather than be like, I'm Holly, I'm 27.
I went to this school. These are my friends. This is my age.
Yeah,
that's what I do for work.
It's quite nice.
Let me try. Okay, if I had to describe myself and who am I to my core?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Jenna, and I love music, and I love to dance, and I love to sing, and I love to celebrate living. I just love being alive. I really enjoy food and tasting. I enjoy hot summer days, sun, sea. That's what makes me happy. Also a little bit of an ambivert. I'm social, I'm out there, outgoing, but really need alone time to refill my own cup.
Yeah.
That's like essential.
And don't you feel like if someone had asked you 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like, who are you? Be like, oh, okay, different story.
Completely different human.
Like the amount of human beings.
The amount of human beings I have been in my short life.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Also, if you had asked me that question, let's say 5 years ago, I'd also be like, I don't know, hey? I don't know who I am. I don't know what I am really doing in this world.
Yeah.
Confused at that.
If you asked me that question 5 years ago, I would be like, I just want a jolt. Like, don't ask me who I am.
That's the opposite of what I was at.
Yeah.
I was like, don't want to see anybody, don't want to go to a single party. Same time of our lives.
Exactly.
Opposite experiences. Yeah. Hibernating in my room, out there on the jolt.
Working at Cafe Caprice.
Guys, just for context, I didn't really know Holly on a deeper level until about a year ago. So I don't know the Cafe Caprice era Holly. I don't know the party crazy girl Holly that everyone knows and loves.
She is missed.
Yeah.
She's missed by some. Not by me.
Yeah.
Some don't miss her. It was called my Lindsay Lohan phase, so thank you so much to my friends for coining that term. And listen, I look back, I'm like, God, okay, that's number one. Number two, I feel like I've lived a very full life, and now I can just step into my quiet vibes.
Wow, quiet era, wholesome girl era.
My wholesome girl era, yes, once in a while, which doesn't happen that often, but stepping into this era, I'm just like, this is where I'm at now.
No, and you really are leaning into that wholesome girl era.
Oh, yeah.
I try like I might to get this girl to come out with me.
So try like everybody might. By the way, there's just this jaw happening. There's no pressure.
No, there's no pressure.
There's something but literally, there's no pressure. Okay.
Because we want you to come so bad.
There's absolutely no pressure.
But we'd love you to be there.
But please fucking come.
Yeah, please for fuck's sake come.
And it will happen. I've said it again.
I'm waiting.
2025 summer.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner.
Girl's gonna rip.
She's calling.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
It's been a while. I've been in the dark. I've been in London. It's been cold. So
reserving that energy.
I am.
Can I ask, during that party stage of your life, or back then, Lindsay Lohan era, Did you have fun? How was how was that experience for you? How was your mental health during this crazy time?
It honestly felt like I was a bit limitless. So how it honestly came about, it basically came out of a time where I had hit quite a big low. So when I stepped into first year, it was just like go, 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 part of the job, part of the vibes, bouncing around, making 1,000 friends, stepping into new situations, but not having any kind of level of awareness or consciousness of like the speed at which I was operating at. Stepping into that, I just kind of thought I could just do whatever, be whatever, and not really having a level of awareness. And at the end of the year, I failed one exam, and it's like that type of thing someone would take and be like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I'll just redo the subject.
Yeah.
And I think because I'd almost stored this tension in my body for such a long time, and I was running on fumes and I was feeling burnt out for even years before that, what it actually ended up happening was that small thing had triggered just
downward spiral
off a cliff, you know, downward spiral.
So interesting.
And then it stepped,
the failing of an exam.
Smallest thing. I think it's, honestly, if I look into it, it's so much around perception. You know, like how do people perceive me?
Yeah.
Because at school, in so many different situations, my world was external, and that's what I'm now trying to shift. And I know that you're doing the same thing, which I want to also touch on. But it's like shifting that external is your validation, it's your
performance
source
and approval,
it's
and praise.
Your energy. Yeah. Whereas like we are trying to shift into that space that's like, okay, that can come from inside, it can come from internal. So I think when you rely so heavily on how other people are going to perceive you or what your external world is going to be, immediately those small things, those micro drops of situations, absolutely, okay, bye, goodbye.
Yeah.
It was like
similar, So interesting. I was in uni, same thing, going through kind of the same thing as you, partying. All the stuff was like external though. Everyone thought I was having the best time. Like everyone thought while I was having this like first year experience, second year experience, that I was having the absolute best time, when actually you're going home miserable to your room, not feeling like yourself at all, and confused in like who you are and what you should be doing. I was overachieving, overcompensating for, I guess, that is the performance-based thing, that I had to maintain what I thought other people expected of me.
Yeah.
Burning myself socially, academically, but not nurturing the one thing that makes me like super happy, which is dancing, like filling my own cup. Dancing, writing, journaling. I was not receiving therapy or any other sort of like self-love and self-care, and those things were just burning me and running my cup empty. And so there wasn't like a certain tipping point. It was just like, my cup is empty, I'm pouring into other things, to others, and for what?
So that whole thing almost like became your norm.
The weirdest thing about my situation is that when I told people I was like depressed, and this was after 5 years of suffering, when I told people I was depressed, they were like, no, you're not, you're the happiest girl I know. I'm like, what? I'm telling you, I'm like really not happy right now. I'm like suicidal. And you're telling me, no, you're not, you're the happiest person. It's because we can project this, what we want people to see. Because I'm a performance-based human. I will perform in front of you to maintain appearances.
Yeah.
I can turn it on for the cameras socially, right?
Yeah.
And then go back and wallow in sadness and self-pity because I haven't nourished myself or watered my own flower.
And it almost feels like that kind of gap between what you are when you're stepping into your own space versus what you are showing the world, that can create even more of a disillusionment in yourself, and it can make you feel even more distant from who you are. So then you're like, it's almost digging a further,
that's what I'm saying,
bigger gap.
About this confusion. If you had asked me 5 years ago, girl was confused. Yeah. Because what you think I am and how I actually feel and who I actually feel I am is like quite, different. Yeah. And that's what's so important to me now. And I think it's actually so bizarre. I don't recognize that human at all. I don't relate to the girl I was. It's really beautiful and sad at the same time. It's like the death of a version of yourself, but I don't relate to her at all. Like, She had habits that I'd have nothing to do with, bro. Literally, not even one little thing do I relate
one
to.
thing is like peeping up being like, do you remember me, girl?
No, not at all. That is the most bizarre thing, that I've like completely shed that skin like a snake, you know, like I've shed that version. She's gone. I can appreciate who she was and how she tried to get through, how she like tried to survive, right? But I am grateful for the growth and all the things that I've put in place over the course of the past 5 years to become the version of myself today that moves authentically. That is like, I don't show up in spaces when I'm not feeling that type of way. I have boundaries with people so that I don't, you know.
For sure. What are some of those things? I mean, you just mentioned, you know, not showing up in spaces.
That's important.
Which I guess is, it's your intuition. You're just being like, no, boundaries. What else are some of the things that you have brought into your life after that situation of being like, oh, no, like habits and different things that...
Great question. And I'd also like to hear your side. But the first thing for me that in terms of living a lovely, healthy, happy, or truly happy in myself life, exercise is number one. Like it's number one. Like, and I know everyone says that. And when you tell a depressed person to exercise, it's like the last thing they want to freaking hear. But it is one of the key ingredients to being happy.
Yeah.
So daily exercise, whether that's a walk, literally a 20-minute walk in the sun, changes my day. Changes my day completely. Daily exercise, good gut health, as in like literally eating good food, not takeouts. That's like huge. It's huge.
Massive.
It's huge. I feel like it's being spoken about a lot more frequently on different podcasts, and especially that we listen to.
Everybody knows it, but like, you know,
but
it's true.
But you got to experience the difference between eating pizza and sushi and McDonald's and KFC and flipping into beautiful Woolies meals and like cooking for yourself to notice the difference between literally depression and no longer having depression anymore. Like being clinically depressed, like diagnosed for 7 years and then literally not being at all depressed or anxious anymore. Being on severe depression medication, anti-anxiety and tranquilizers to nothing. Like that is food, exercise, that is sunlight, and it is a close group of friends that you feel safe with.
For sure.
Whether that's one person or three, you need to feel, or 5 or 10 or trillion or 1,000, like you in first year.
Yeah, no.
But you need a close group of friends that you can trust and you can feel safe. And that was also huge, knowing who's actually got my back. It takes
a village
to hold
those times.
Yeah,
like
to hold you together.
The people who are around you that are like with you, that have just even a message to be like, I know, like I've been there.
It
oh my word, number one, like to feel when you're in those times, to have at least one person that reach out and say, I've been there, or my family member's been there, or to just be like, oh my God,
it's
other
not
people
just me.
actually go through this.
Yeah, that's huge.
Relatability, huge.
So important. I often thought like during those times, like, oh, if just someone could tell me like, I'm also feeling this way.
Yeah.
Would have made a huge difference. But I think we weren't speaking about it at that time. Like now we are talking more and more about mental health. And just know out there that like we relate to you if you're struggling with anything.
Yeah.
We've all been there. And you're not alone. And there's so many people around you that are putting out falsely, I guess, or like just maintaining appearances for people because that's what they're expected to show up as. But it's okay if you're not okay. Just saying.
Yeah, and I think in so many ways, like, you know, social media and a lot can push out this perception of people that everybody is doing amazingly and fine. And of course, we share the things on social media most of the time that are, yes, me on holiday. And
yes, me looking the best I can.
Absolutely like the hottest bitch you've ever seen. But yeah, in real time, like, I think at least once in everybody's life, they will go through some form of a low life ebbs and flows. It's something that exists in all of us. Like, we're emotional beings. That's everyone.
Some more extreme than others.
And just know that, like, you aren't alone. And it does happen. And to some, it happens differently. And it looks differently. And it has different colors. It has different forms.
Reach out to somebody.
Comes in different ways. Yeah. Community is, as you said,
reach out to somebody. Massive. Tell them, be vulnerable.
Tell them exactly how
you're feeling. If you're having that, be vulnerable with someone. Let them support you. Ask for help. You can't expect to receive help if nobody knows That was my thing, is I was super depressed for 5 years. I didn't tell anybody, and I expected everyone to just show up for me. And I'm like, no. Only when I said, guys, I'm actually really struggling, people started to show up for me in major ways.
For sure.
So ask for help, okay? Tell people how you are actually feeling. Back to boundaries. Another thing, social media. Oh my God, when you're in the pits and you're feeling like shit, oh my God, social media.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Or do it with awareness.
Super holistic vibes.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about social media quickly.
I'm putting up a social media boundary now.
We can be Facebook friends, but Instagram, I just need that algorithm to work for me. I need it to be mental health quotes. I need it to be nature. I need it to be cute cats. I need it to be dancing videos. Food. And I can't have another freaking...
What I eat in a day.
This is how I gym in a day. This is how I maintain my skinny
almond,
bitch.
1 slice of avocado, and 1 glass of almond milk.
Or
protein, macros.
Yeah.
Got them in for the day.
Or just like living your absolute best life when you're sitting in the pits, like feeling alone as fuck.
Yeah, social media, it just, when you're in that vulnerable space, it can just heighten that even more.
Triggering. You feel alone. And now for me, do you know what it was? Is that I felt alone, and none of my friends were really reaching out because I hadn't like told them I was feeling bad, and I was isolating. I was socially isolating. And I was seeing all my friends at parties and social settings, and it was just a slap in the face every time I saw all my friends socializing and I wasn't invited or I wasn't there being involved. And that was just like, bah, no one cares about you. No one cares about you. And that's not true. They weren't thinking that. They were not including me. I wasn't there. I was socially isolating. But it's weird how I was painting this narrative. And so I had to clean up my algorithm, clean up my following. So it was positive for myself. Social media can be a positive or a very negative thing for your mental health. So I really strongly advise that you like things that you want to see more of. So mental health quotes.
Yeah.
For me, dancing videos, kitten videos,
unfollow
memes.
those people that don't align. Just do it.
But remember,
what
you like and save and share is what you see more of. So use that to your advantage. Okay? Don't linger on that model's photo. Don't zoom in on her abs because you will get another one.
Don't next. Don't next.
Okay. Yeah, social media boundaries. Okay. What other boundaries are there that I've put in place or you've put in place to protect your peace and to keep this happiness?
I think just to realize that at the end of the day, you cannot give from an empty cup. It took me a very long time to realize that. And that was also one of the reasons like that I hit that low, was without even realizing it. Like, I mean, a small example, which is like, I guess, a physical example, would be like my room was a mess, but I would leave and go and like sort someone else out or sort something else out or fix another problem
and
before sorting out my own life, you know, where it's like now it's the other way around. And I think when you start putting boundaries in place, and someone said this to me recently, which I think really lands, is that boundaries are shape-shifting naturally, you know, so it depends on what your kind of capacity is at that time. I think, for example, like with family, with friends, with anyone, where are you at first? What capacity do you have? Maybe the boundary is going to look like a fucking brick wall today. Maybe it's going to look like a beautiful mesh, whatever.
Mesh cloth.
A little mesh cloth boundary. Also in the beginning, it's like a good thing to mention with boundaries is that when you start putting them in place, naturally the people around you, some people are a bit like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she said, like, no, she's not going to come with me to the party. What?
Like, this is like outrageous. Like, I need you to be here at this time because people aren't used to it. So initially, when you start putting in those boundaries, when you start protecting your energy in a lot of spaces, there's going to be some weird vibes initially.
But that changes.
But yeah, that changes and people get used to it.
People start to respect you.
Yeah.
I noticed this. People start to respect you for respecting yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And saying, listen, I don't have capacity to come out for the third night in a row.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep this one.
I can't do another all night. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I can't go for that walk. I've already done my thing this week.
Exactly.
Please enjoy.
And then you just grow in respecting other people's boundaries.
And you don't take offense when someone says they don't want to do that sleepover with you this week.
Yeah.
Because they are taking the night for themselves.
Exactly. And how beautiful is it to build friendships around that? Like, I feel like all of my close friends right now, there's none of them that are like bitch, are you joking?
Yeah.
Like, you will come. Like, are you mad at me? Are we, like, having a fight? Like,
No,
what's the issue?
No bad energy.
I'm just like, I don't feel like it. Full stop. Or just actually, no. Full stop. And they're like, cool. We'll chat next week.
We've got great friends.
How nice is that?
We've got great friends, yeah.
Great friends.
Slay.
So after this whole kind of big low, what I was meant to say was that after that, when I came out of it, I was like, oh, let me just swing the complete opposite direction. So that's when I was crazy. When I was like, absolute. Working at Gava Caprice, I was a nutcase.
Oh, so the
doing
down,
whatever I wanted.
The down led
as
to
soon
crazy.
as I came out of it, I almost felt this like extreme, like, whoa. Like, I just experienced and came out of something so big that it almost swung me in the opposite direction. And did that ever happen to you? Because I've heard that is sometimes people's experiences. That was my experience. Where people are a bit like...
Okay, but hold on.
It was wild.
That is crazy.
It was crazy.
I actually went on a slowly downhill for about 7 years, all the way to rock bottom, and then a gentle, yes, literally, and then a gentle, very small step by step up to the point of like exponential. But now it's
exponential.
But now we're on the exponential opposite extreme.
Yeah.
Now we're like striving for perfection.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
No, but see, it went like this.
Yeah.
To the bottom, and then it was gradual and beautiful for years.
Yeah.
And there was balance. There was balance in those gradual years.
There was balance.
Balance, I tell you. I don't know what's happened in the past, like, 2-3 years. But that curve has just hit like an exponential. Girlie's got to do absolutely everything.
And must burn the candle at both ends.
At ends that I didn't know I have.
Yeah.
And people say, my mom like screaming at me like, girl, you're going to burn out. And girl does
It's
burn out.
It's a 5-sided candle.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 5-sided candle here.
Not enough hands to light those ends.
No.
But I'm lighting them. But they're lit. Anyway, so that is something that I know we relate on. And I don't know if anyone else relates to this. You might be at a stage of your life where you're in the pit, or you're somewhere on that little whatever that whole thing.
Yeah.
Or if you're sitting somewhere where me and Holly are, which is in the near striving for absolute perfection, as in Andrew Huberman tells me to do 50 things in a day to optimize my health, and I am ticking every single one. And if you don't tick it, do you know what is the most funniest thing? Is that Holly and I started the 75 hard.
And we were like, absolutely. We're doing 50 things.
No, 50
we
things.
We had 50 things already.
No, we were doing...
Training for High Rocks, doing like fucking 150 things.
No, full-time job. Side hustle.
Job,
like
2 classes a week.
Dancing, yoga, High Rocks, my outdoor walks, my indoor... And now we want to add 75 hard. And when I looked at the list of things...
We both like, yes.
Oh, yes, I look at you. I need someone to do it. Hell yeah, let's do this. 75 days.
Of course we do.
No sugar, absolutely. No alcohol, absolutely.
Accountability, let's go. I'm joking. Like, what are we thinking?
Holly made a spreadsheet.
I made a spreadsheet.
She made a spreadsheet for us. She was the sun, I was the disco ball, and we had to tick our indoor workout, our outdoor workout, our 3 liters of water, no sugar, healthy eating, 10 pages of a book, and a picture in the mirror to just slap yourself in the face.
To really
just
put the nail in it.
Just motivate you to keep on going.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I looked up the rules for the 75 hard and had the most bizarre realization. Indoor workout, outdoor workout, 3 liters of water. I do this shit. I have been doing this shit every single day for the past Lord knows how many years without even realizing I am living the 75 hard. I'm not flexing because nobody should live in that level of extreme. The only thing I added when we did the 75 hard was reading every single day, which has been amazing. So Holly and I decided... Do you want to tell them about the message you sent me?
What we decided, because it's something that actually is the learning and the practice for us, is being 75 not so hard on ourselves.
Thank you. Say it again.
75 not so hard on ourselves.
The 75,
which is huge,
not so hard on
because
ourselves.
the biggest practice, like, if I'm like, oh no, I must wake up at 4:30, dip my face in fucking ice, step in a sauna for 12 hours, do 150 push-ups, walk to the gym,
eat an apple,
cook a beautiful meal prep for 4 weeks, sleep for 9.5 hours, and only then am I actually all right.
Yeah, no, you know? then you're okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's just too much.
We laugh so
now
hard.
we've swung.
No, we've swung because you know what?
We're bringing in the balance, but like naturally there's going to be some swings. We've swung. Yeah. We're hitting the perfectionist alarm bells are fucking ringing.
No, yeah.
But
now I really like the 75 not so hard on ourselves, because now when I'm still doing the 75 hard, but if I want a chocolate, I'm going to be the 75 not so hard on myself, and I'm going to have that chocolate, and I'm not going to be so hard on myself. When I don't do the outdoor workout and I skip it completely, I'm going to be the 75 not so hard on myself. It has changed the game for me, because I'm striving every day to do good things for myself. I'm striving to get sunlight. I'm striving to do an indoor workout, weighted exercise. I'm striving to read 10 pages of a book and eat healthy. But if I don't, I'm giving myself that grace. And that's a game changer.
And it also, like, it just allows you to be a little bit more intuitive, you know? Like, it also depends, like, for example, where you are in your cycle, like, where you are in your life at the moment.
Yeah.
Just to be like, I'm waking up, okay, cool, I'm not going to do this particular training for 75 days in a row. Like, I'm gonna change it up.